A very warm welcome to here in Brussels on behalf of GEO. You are the recently appointed ambassador to Pakistan. What do you really expect in the, you see the situation in the region and in particularly in Pakistan, an America-Pakistan relationship, what do you expect really?
Well, let me tell you what I expect from the Pakistani people. I expect the kind of warmth that I've learned about. I expect a lot of energy, and I expect the people who've been through some very tough times. What we will do, as we've shown in this conference with our friends from around the world, we will stand with Pakistan. That's what I hope to find, that people understand that, and that they will help teach me in which way we can be most effective.
Richard Holbrook, Ambassador Richard Holbrook, yeah. You have been on and off with Pakistan, and you have been going so frequent visitor, like you live half of time in Pakistan, and America is putting so much efforts is really to have support and to make people understand in Pakistan that America in the difficult hour behind Pakistan, but still we are having difficulty in Pakistan-American relationship, isn't it?
I think that there's several reasons that's true. First of all, there is the legacy issue. The history of U.S.-Pakistani relations in recent years has been very, very complicated. Just since 1989, with the end of the war in Afghanistan, the United States turned its back on Afghanistan, turned its back on Pakistan. Some dreadful legislation reduced our ability to work closely with you. And there was a period when the military regime was in control of Pakistan, when American assistance was insufficient to civilians. But today, you have a democracy. To be sure, a democracy under pressure, but democracy is by definition a more difficult task than some people realize, and Pakistan is challenged. And we support that democracy. And I think there's been growing recognition in Pakistan over the last year and a half that President Obama, Secretary Clinton, and the rest of us who work to help Pakistan are sincere. That the Kerry-Lugar-Berman legislation, $7.5 billion, is a serious effort to help only the civilians. That our leadership in the in the flood area, has been hugely important, and we will continue to lead. And frankly, I say this to you as a friend because you represent GEO, if your media will give us, and especially Ambassador Munter, a chance to come out and explain clearly how much we support the Pakistani people, as the Ambassador just said, I think people will understand. I think there'll always be some misunderstandings. It's a very difficult situation.
We are witnessing a shift in whole American policy, particularly under Democratic government now, Democratic Party government. And yesterday, Secretary Hillary Clinton said Pakistani elite must pay taxes. A long standing issue of Pakistani people, voice of Pakistani people, that elite must pay the taxes to energize his own energy. And now you are speaking that particular device, giving to voice to Pakistan, people of Pakistan. It is a shift. We will see, you will demand political reform in Pakistan as well, political party reforms in Pakistan as well.
We're not going to dictate to Pakistan what it has to do. What Secretary Clinton was saying was simply echoing discussions that Pakistanis themselves have had. The international community is giving an enormous amount of money to Pakistan for flood relief and for economic aid. The maximum tax rates for the United States, are just federal taxes, are about 35%. And if you live in, for example, New York, the top tax rate is something like 48%. I'm a New Yorker. I pay half of my income goes to taxes. In Pakistan, and the same is true in Japan, in Germany, in France, throughout the area. If you go to Pakistan, the maximum tax rate is much lower. So that's what Secretary Clinton was referring to. But I want to stress something here. Foreign Minister Qureshi and Finance Secretary Rabbani and their colleagues have said very clearly that they are going to deal with the revenue issue. And that's good. We're very encouraged by that. I stress that. We're very encouraged by what we've heard from them and from Foreign Minister Qureshi. So we're not here to tell Pakistan what to do. We're here to explain that we want to help Pakistan more, but that this issue has come up in the United States. That's what Secretary Clinton was referring to.
Thank you very much.